Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those rumors that has NFL insiders buzzing. And trust me, this one could seriously shake up the NFC East landscape. According to whispers from sources close to Adam Schefter, the Green Bay Packers are contemplating an interesting move that could send shockwaves through the league. The Packers, who are currently in a bit of a rebuild after a start that's been less than ideal, sitting at 4-5 midway through 2025, are apparently considering trading their young quarterback, Jordan Love, to the Washington Commanders. And if this move happens, it might just be the kind of shakeup Washington needs to make a real push towards Super Bowl contention once again. Now, let's break down what's fueling this speculation. The Packers, despite having a promising young quarterback in Love, are at a crossroads. They're coming off a period of rebuilding. After all, they stumbled out of the gate in 2025 with a 4-5 record. The organization is feeling the pressure to improve their roster, especially on defense, which is allowing an average of 4.1 yards per run, something that's been hard to overlook. The Packers are sitting on about $14 million in cap space, which sounds decent, but their offensive line is giving up an alarming 3.8 sacks per game. That's a red flag, especially when you consider that Love, at just 26 years old, has shown he's got the arm and precision to be a franchise quarterback. And here's the thing. While some might see Love as a luxury for a team that's still trying to find its footing, others see him as a potential cornerstone for a franchise looking to make a playoff run. His stats in 2025 through Week 9 are pretty impressive. 212 completions on 320 attempts, a 66. 3% completion rate for over 450 yards, 18 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions. His yards per attempt are at 7.7, and he's been graded highly by PFF with an 88.2 rating. Plus, his EPA per pass is plus 0.32, and he's thrown 28 big-time throws, placing him in the top 10 league-wide. In terms of health, he's had minimal injuries. A concussion in Week 3 was his only hiccup so far. What makes Love stand out is his combination of accuracy and mobility. Take Stafford's 2021 trade to the Rams, which boosted their aerial yards by an average of 220 yards per game. That kind of impact is what Washington could leverage with Love. And at 26, Love still has room to grow, with a career total of over 200 passing yards, 62 touchdowns, and a deep ball accuracy of 68%. His ability to throw under pressure is also notable, 92% adjusted completion rate, and a yards per attempt of 8.1. That's the kind of quarterback who can elevate a team's offense, especially during clutch moments. Looking at the Packers, they're somewhat hesitant about letting go of Love. They're losing their franchise QB, which is huge, but the cap situation complicates things. Their run game is averaging just 3.9 yards per carry, and their defense is allowing 25 points per game, a combination that's not exactly inspiring confidence for a team aiming higher. Meanwhile, the Commanders, sitting at 3-6 but with over $22 million in cap space, could see Love as that perfect backup and future starter. He's an experienced leader, manages the huddle well, projects an 18% increase in EPA per drive during Taylor Daniels' injury, and could be just what Washington needs to ignite their offense. With Daniels sidelined for 4-6 weeks due to an elbow injury, Washington has been searching for consistent production at quarterback. Bringing in Love could be a game changer. His ability to cut turnovers, averaging 1.5 per game, along with boosting passing yards from an average of 210 to around 280 per game, mirrors what Kirk Cousins did back in 2019 with the Vikings, adding over 200 yards. That kind of upgrade could seriously shift the momentum in Washington's favor, especially with their current standing in the NFC East. Let's put this into perspective. Comparing Love to Washington's current quarterbacks, he would bring an estimated +1.7 adjusted completion percentage and a +12% conversion rate on third downs. These are significant improvements that could extend drives, keep the offense on the field longer, and give Washington a much-needed boost in scoring opportunities. Think about the Super Bowl odds. Right now, the Commanders are listed at +12, 0 to win it all, but if they land Love, those odds could plummet dramatically, maybe down to +4, 500. That's a huge shift, and it makes Love a true X-factor for their playoff push. Imagine the playoff scene, Love operating under pressure, calm and collected, turning games around with his mobility and arm strength, echoing the days of Theismann leading the team. He's a visionary quarterback who can be the pivot Washington needs to become a resilient contender. His presence could transform the team's identity, making them more dynamic, more unpredictable, and ultimately more dangerous in the postseason. The Packers, on the other hand, might have to accept that losing Love means a period of mediocrity. They're in a tough spot, and the trade deadline on November 4th could be the moment that seals this shift. Now, all of this is still speculation, but it's rooted in solid analysis and recent performance trends. The NFL is a league where a single player can change everything, and for Washington, acquiring a young, talented quarterback like Jordan Love could be the spark they need to finally reach that elusive Super Bowl stage again. It's a fascinating scenario to consider. Would the Packers really move on from Love for a first-round pick in 2026? And would Washington be willing to make that move? If the stars align, we could see this blockbuster happen right before the trade deadline. And if it does, the NFC East and the entire league will be watching closely. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Jordan Love trade? Do you think the Commanders should go all in and make it happen? Would Love be the missing piece to finally get Washington back into Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion means a lot to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. The league is buzzing, and it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting seasons yet. Get ready, because things are about to get even more interesting in the NFC East, and Washington could be right at the center of it all.